Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're finally covering Spider-Man Far From Home.
After the events of Endgame, Peter Parker decides to join his best friends on a European vacation. However, Peter's plan to leave superheroics behind for a few weeks are quickly scrapped when he begrudgingly agrees to help Nick Fury and Mysterio uncover the mystery of several elemental creature attacks, creating havoc across the continent. Wow!
That's all long.
That was great. I mean, you need to be a professional. That one sounded really great. Oh, that's right, you are a professional. That was really great.
Well,
that one sounded so exciting. I'm even excited, and I'm doing the podcast.
You thank IMBD. So this one we wanted to see for a long time. We knew about the movie a little bit after the Homecoming movie came out, and before they had Endgame. And they had like a trailer for the movie already, and Endgame wasn't even out yet, so people were a little confused in how this movie was going to come out when the events of Infinity War happened. So the next trailer they released was like a little bit after Endgame. So by the time we got to there, they had to put up a bunch of spoiler warnings before the trailer started that, you know, this takes place after Endgame, you have to watch that first before that. Right. And they aren't wrong because you watch the trailer, they immediately tell you what happened at the end.
Right.
And I'm like, well, listen, I'll have to see it now.
Well, we weren't disappointed. It was action-packed, it was fun, had some new characters played by J.B. Smoove. I'm really surprised to see him.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw him, he was voice acting on that movie Turbo with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that was a while ago. He's been in some live action stuff, and they had really tamed him down for this role, but it was great to see him. And it was great to see the return of characters we know. Aunt May, Happy. Is it Ned, his friend? Is that his friend's name?
Yes, you're right.
Ned.
And you got MJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was great, and again, it didn't disappoint. And another new presence was Jake Gyllenhaal, who did a fantastic job, as always, as Mysterio.
Right. And for the story for here, you know, when you read the description or you see the trailer, it sounds like they've totally revamped the character and the origin and everything. So people were really stunned that they did that, because it seemed like each time, like they did with the Vulture in the first movie, you know, he was completely different from the animated and the comic, and they put their own spin on it. So this one was different in a way when you first see him, and he's in this one he presents himself as a hero from another Earth, trying to stop some evil creatures from his Earth from invading. And it's funny because when they said, okay, the snap caused dimensional rift, I'm like, okay, well, how come we didn't hear of this before? So, like, as you watch the movie, you start to put together bits and pieces of what's really going on. Because, like, the first time going on, you don't really see it because you're so into the story.
Right.
But then, like, second time around, you're like, okay, that was explained now. Like, all these hints were here about what was really going on.
Right. And I think the changes in that character were great. Because I know we had gotten to the point of Mysterio when we saw him on screen in anime. We were like, oh, can you please just get rid of him? He's irritating. But they made him here not only a valid threat, but the intelligence of the character that is in the comic strip actually comes through in this character. Because usually when you're watching him animated, that intelligence doesn't come through. He just seems like a buffoon who just wants to win, and he does all these tricks to win. But here he was a threat. He really wanted to take back what he thought Tony Stark had taken from him. He wanted to rule, and he didn't care whom he got rid of to do it.
So he was
definitely a villain.
He was an illusionist in every form of the word. In from his costume, his persona, his backstory, his powers, everything about him was the illusion. And when they reveal everything, it's kind of like, wow, it really went to this length. It wasn't something small scale like in the show. It was something pretty major and grand, and it fools the audience.
Definitely.
Even if you know the character, it still fools you.
And of course the digital effects, special effects were fantastic.
Very well done, yes.
Everything looked flawless. It was absolutely flawless.
And I do have to say, he was actually terrifying in here.
He was.
If he gets pissed, he is scary as hell.
And he was manipulative. He's like, "Oh, Peter, I'm so sorry. I really don't have to do this to you," and trying to kill him at the same time, you know.
And then try to use his own words against him. You said you want me to be the next Iron Man, and it's just...
you wanted to be a teenager. And
right.
You
trusted me, and and it was just like totally screwing with his mind. Like he's going to have some type of breakdown, because it was really... realistically scary and threatening, and each time you think he's in the clear, something else would happen. So it will constantly put you back and forth in illusions, so you didn't even know what was real and what wasn't until they finally confirmed, like, okay, this is reality now.
Right. And then of course they had a new ship in here with May and Happy, and Happy was more happy about the ship than May.
Right. She's like, oh no.
May is like a free spirit. May was like, oh yeah, it was nice. Bye. And
he's
like, I'm in love.
He's like, well, we actually to new things or not. It couldn't. They're like, oh gosh.
And of course, then you had the ship that everyone was waiting for with MJ and Peter.
Right.
And
which was set up from the first movie.
Right. And then we also had where more people like the Flash on the CW show. After a while, everyone's gonna know Peter Parker's Peter Parker.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they had this kid, Brad Davis, played by Remy He. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. And I must commend him. He did a great job playing the character because he's a total jackass.
Okay. Yes, but his app that he created actually helped to save the day.
Was that him or Flash? I wasn't sure because I remember Flash. Wasn't he one of them making his little weird videos?
Remember they were in the room, and they were with Happy, and they were sealed off, trying not to get destroyed by Mysterio. And then he said something about
his videos. Yeah, it was Flash. Yeah.
I thought that was him. Okay.
I thought so too. It had to take me a second. Remember, he kept filming himself.
Right.
And this guy was just like trying to wreck the ship.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. The wrong character. He's the one who's like, I know you're trying to get with MJ, and so am I. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. He turned out so nice. Like,
sorry with that, guys. Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Like, can you Mysterio get him? Please? Now?
And you can see, what do you always call it? You call it puberty has set in, because you remember from the first movie, and then the second movie.
And they even played that in where everyone, the age they were 5 years ago or the time for Infinity War took place, because there's a gap between that and Endgame, and then when they come back, they're exactly the same age, but everyone else got older. So now they have this whole thing where they're supposed to be older, but they're still this age, so now they still can't, they can't legally get into, they still can't get into some places, they can't drink, they can't do certain things, and then some people take advantage, some people were cheating on people and use the snap as an excuse that they were gone. I'm like, wow, leave it to the people to take advantage of wiping out half of existence to go do something else. Oh, gosh.
But this was a great sequel, and if I'm slow, forgive me, but I think I finally got Far From Home. Peter wasn't only Far From Home, but so was the so-called villain who said he was from another
Right,
Earth.
because like I said, everything was just played out so well in here, and you got to see all these great places when they went to Europe, and you kept saying, oh, we got this free thing from the... what were they thinking? They got free pass to this, free ticket to that.
Nick Fury fixed Peter, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go. Okay, you don't want to go? Go ahead. Go back with your friends. Okay, bye.
Oh, now we can. Oh, look, we got a free trip to here. And he's like, he just hijacked our vacation. Like, what? Yeah, I want to know what type of ticket place you get. And you keep getting free stuff. Free tours, free exhibits, free tickets, free everything. I want to join that club.
Yeah.
And, let's see. I think there was something else I had to mention. I mentioned the ship. There was something else in here that happened besides, with Mysterio. And we definitely don't want to give away the ending or anything.
Right.
Because
we're really
too much.
Trying not to give away a lot of
Yeah, because too much happened and it's really intense, really epic. Definitely got to see it for yourself. But I do want to mention that they mentioned Voltron.
Yes!
And it's the guy said it's like they fused together to form one big monster. It's like Power Rangers. Like, no, it's Voltron.
Yes.
You're thinking of Voltron, and now everyone who watches Voltron is like, they said it, they said it, they said it. Like, does that mean you're gonna have Voltron in the MCU?
So this was fantastic. It was worth the wait. Really excited to see the next one. Rascal is always excited for Spider-Man. She loves Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, and Holland continues to do a great job portraying the character.
Right.
With
And
the
glad
humbleness coming through.
Right.
Just making the character a character you really care about. He's doing a fantastic job and continuing to do so.
And I'm glad that, you know, the characters back in the MCU, so they can conclude the trilogy of movies or beyond in case they decide to do 4 Spider-Man movies and, you know, the battle with Venom and stuff. Mm-hmm. So definitely looking forward to all of the future movies and events coming out with the character now that he's back in. So, yay!
One more thing I want to mention. It was so funny when he put on the glasses for Edith, and I said, "That's Stan Lee's glasses." You're like,
right.
I said, "That's Stan Lee's glasses." So
right.
Even though he's not here with us, they still managed to have some part of him appear in the movie. As soon as you saw him, like, it's Stan Lee's glasses.
I think that's what they're gonna be doing from now on. They call it a posthumous, I think. Posthumous cameo, and it's either probably gonna have a picture or some reference to him since he's no longer here. They're just gonna have some type of reference to him, and that's gonna be the cameo from now on.
And then even Mysterio told him the glasses looked horrible on him, and then Peter told him, "Oh, you look great in the glasses." It was like,
Right? So if you haven't seen Far From Home, please go see it now because you're missing out.
If you haven't seen it, then you're like us.
Right.
We finally got to see it. And
right.
If you have seen it, comment what you loved about it most and let us know how excited you are, looking forward to the next movie, and were you finally happy that the ship became canon for MJ and Peter in this version.
Right. And then Brad Davis can just snap away from existence. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting, flashing lights. Trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you want to do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams. She was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to you later on in the form of a locket.